gotta make that connection and to quickly put a face on this. A 16-year-old boy who is running a prostitution ring in metropolitan Atlanta comes in and says, yes, I do it, I sell drugs, I run a prostitution ring because I'm a young black boy in America and this is all that I can do. Well, I'm not ballistic, I'll spare you my ballistic outrage with him. I sent him on an intervention to Atlanta with members of the King family, and specifically with C.T. Vivian, and they watched that classic black and white footage of C.T. Vivian being beaten on the courthouse steps as he tried to register to vote. And this kid was just outraged by this video. And C.T. turned to him at the end of the video and said, I took that beat